We did it. I'm laughing. People, I'm freaking laughing. Here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, of course. Post-market wrap-up Monday, December 12th, December 2nd. Living in the future, man. December 2nd, 2024. Are you ready? A new record high today for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Dow slight laggard here. We're not done. We're not done. How many of you out here are at all surprised to find out that we got new record highs for the market today? This is at least 53. Think about what I'm telling you. Our economy, it's over here. The world economy, finished. Markets around the world keep going higher. Make it up. Make any of it up. It's quite an astonishing thing to see. You guys and girls are hearing me okay? We're all good. Magic Mika's here. What's going on, everybody? All right, Shannon, thank you. So no surprise here again, and we're not done. We are so not. Let me show you why we're not done. There you go, right here. I did an interview earlier today with Dunnigan, Liberty and Finance. Great guy, great show. We talked about a lot of things. I hope you guys and girls do catch that. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but this mechanism here of artificially suppressed rates, currency devaluation is not going to stop. World de-dollarization is going to get monumentally worse. It seems like, look, I have a poll here. 12% of you are still living in la-la land. It looks like 83% of you understand where we're going. Nobody can force the world to do anything here. We understand right now and the world is laughing. The world is laughing at our president-select Donald Trump here, imagine, you don't want to be in the dollar. I would imagine that 99% of you people who follow this blog, you don't want to be in the dollar, but Trump wants you in the dollar. Trump wants other nations around the world to be in the dollar, obviously, and you can't have more in your face an individual supporting the Federal Reserve, the most corrupt, evil, twisted, vile, puke organization in the world. And now they got a new spokesperson. Imagine the mentality of someone, an individual, telling the world that if you try to circumvent the dollar, if you attempt to de-dollarize, if you attempt to create some kind of a currency, maybe something gold-backed, I'm referring to the BRICS nations, to get around the dollar, I'm going to hit you with 100% tariffs. Would you be laughing your rear end off from here to eternity? More than likely, that's what you would be doing. And that's what the world is doing here. They're laughing. I mean, first of all, look, man. Imagine using a threat as a negotiation tactic. I have people writing to me all day long. Greg, you don't understand what Trump is trying to do. He's sending this message, this threat to the BRICS nations because it's a negotiation tactic. Anybody around here who has even one function of brain cells understands you don't threaten. You don't threaten from a point of strength. You only threaten from a point of weakness. And that's what the rest of the world is going to see out of this. You can't make it up here. We have a person that's brain dead, I'm sorry to tell you, that has been selected to support the Federal Reserve, tell the world you better use the dollar, has no idea, obviously, about economics. Otherwise, he'd be telling you that we don't need no lower rates. We don't need a weaker currency. We need much higher rates and a stronger currency. No. That can't happen because that would get right in the way of the Federal Reserve's plan to destroy you and the rest of the world. Imagine really seriously. You can't make this stuff up. So the Fed has gone bye-bye. How electrician 718 when the Fed now has the best friend again that they had last time in had the resolution and they have right now. The Fed under Trump's plan is going to be, if you think the Fed is strong now, Big Philly, thank you. If you think the Fed is strong now, wait till you see what's going to happen when the creature, vomitous mass puke Trump, finishes his tenure. Oh, you have no idea. It's going to be just beautiful, man. Guys and girls have no idea. Yeah, I know, I know. Look, it's not just Canada here, Miami maybe, who had told Trump to go suck wind with regard to his tariffs, but it looks, especially Russia. It told Trump, really, okay, let's see what you got. It's just an insane flash newsletter. Thank you. Consumer is getting consumed. Absolutely. Let me show you this. See, we found out this morning that home affordability here in the United States just hit a new record low. Slavia Key, thank you. Jonathan, thank you too, man. What do you have? Indian central bank the dollar is still strong from a relative strength standpoint, but all central banks are destroying the currency. How's this one? So the UK annual house price growth is the strongest in 2 years. We're getting wiped out all around the world. Now, let me show you something else as part of the wipeout here. Fed President Waller says that he supports a rate cut next meeting. We're probably, look, man, I have come out publicly saying the Fed's going to have a very hard time doing this. Why? Inflation continues to rise. It may not stop them. Again, the population has been so dumbed down. They don't know who they are, what they're doing, why they're doing it. No clue. So the Fed here can do whatever they want. Lower rates, kill the currency even further. Central banks around the world, despite the fact that housing prices is rising, real estate prices, people can't afford a home. They're maxed out on their credit cards, but they're out spending like there is no tomorrow. People, do you realize household debt, personal debt, credit card debt, every imaginable type of debt is skyrocketing and loan defaults are ballooning? Banks with negative balance sheets? What would you expect in this kind of environment? People have gone mad. They've gone absolutely mad, digging themselves into a deeper and deeper hole. And then you got Federal Reserve creatures, things, vomitous mess. Waller here telling you he supports a rate cut. Sure, of course he does. Every central bank wants lower rates because that's how they can control the population via currency devaluation. Forced suffering. You think this is bad? In my horrible, let me show you what I was doing. You can't read any of this. Because I can't even barely read my own handwriting here. But this is what's going to happen here. The world is de-dollarizing. The world has been de-dollarizing. The fact here that our illustrious, beautiful man of a president that's going to be coming up here revealed how weak we are. I mean, come on, man. As I said, you don't threaten from a point of strength. You threaten from a point of weakness, and that's exactly how the world is going to read this. So now they know they have an in here. And just like Russia said that the world would de-dollarize faster on our illustrious, beautiful Trump's plan here to back up the Fed. Do you realize what I'm talking about? Those of you who believe Trump's going to take down the Fed, now he's supporting them. He's telling the world, if you don't use the dollar, that would empower the Fed. Well, then I'm going to tariff the living hell out of you, and they're laughing at us. Make this stuff up, man. But anyway, so I wrote much higher prices, forced suffering, supply chain disruptions, resource scarcity. People stock up. Start stocking up. What do you got? Cyber Monday today? Buy it all. Because I'm going to tell you here and now, if you think that tariffs are going to help the economy, which has been sold to you as the biggest lie in the history of the earth, yeah, with tit-for-tat tariffs, nations laughing at us, de-dollarization, the Federal Reserve lowering rates, you think prices are going down? What's really happening is the currency is going to lose more of its purchasing power. Oh, yes. People, man, let me tell you, the markets, the stock market, the cryptocurrency markets. You watch XRP today. I'll show you something in a second. Okay. The 1 and 2 percenters, the rich, the ones that you people, the oligarchs, the globalists, they got the guy they wanted to sit behind the Resolute desk. You got dog shit. Just in case you didn't know, because they're the ones that are going to gain all this wealth from that as central banks take over. What Trump is doing here with the Federal Reserve is trying to obviously keep the Federal Reserve as world control. And obviously it's not going to happen here. The world is de-dollarizing. It can't be stopped. It's not going to be stopped. What you might see is more war, more pain. You're definitely going to see more suffering across the board. Imagine our shock here. I can't wait for just a couple of months for people to maybe wake up to what's actually going on here. We have, let's see, Scott Bessent, George Soros protege here, which Trump has picked for the U.S. Treasury Secretary. How does that happen? Oh, well, maybe if you understand what's going on. People, you can't make any of this stuff up if you try to. Anyway, look, man. Look over here. Look at today alone with regard to XRP. What have I been telling you? I told people, I was asked questions, I don't know, years ago. Greg, what would you rate XRP on a scale of 1 to 10? I told everybody 10, 10, 10, 10. I told everybody Bitcoin, the crypto space. If you think you've missed the boat here, you haven't seen anything yet. Remember who we got. We have the Bitcoin president, the crypto president, the guy that's going to make the United States the crypto capital of the world. Now, let me show you something. Do you think this would be happening to gold and silver if we had a president, an actual real president, not a thing, vomitous mass puke, that wants to make the United States the crypto capital of the world? If he was going to make the United States the constitutional money capital, where do you think this would go? Much, much higher. Much, much higher. But what would also be happening? The stock market would be taking a pounding. He will not allow that to happen. Why? He's not helping the 1 and 2%ers get richer than they are now. Shove that wealth up. Shove that wealth up. Let's make it easier for the corporations to profit, to pay less taxes than you do. I know they're going to be paying less taxes than I do. Let's make all that happen. That's who we got to sit behind the Resolute desk, people. You're starting to wake up. You got to realize what's happening to you, man. This was a grand deception on a massive scale, and throngs of people bought it. There was no election. You do know that, right? This was nothing but a selection. And the ones that actually run the show, got the guy that they want. You're going to see what you're going to get. Want me to tell you again? Much higher prices, forced suffering, supply chain disruptions, resource scarcity, and massive world de-dollarization. What does this mean? On the top of, again, the mechanism that has been in place here with the last three creatures, they're not even human beings. Obama wasn't human. Trump is definitely not human. Bidenstein, the current thing, he's not human either. They don't possess a single human quality. You realize that, right? We've had things that have done nothing but inflate the debt more so than any other president before them combined. Think about what I'm saying. The last three presidents here. When are you guys and girls going to wake up, those of you that are still asleep? They've more than doubled the debt, the last three people. But you knew that. Because it can't stop. It's the mechanism. And the more that this is done, the stronger the central banks become. And the weaker the currency gets. Imagine how shocked. Imagine how shocked we are. Again, this mechanism is getting so out of control. But what this means, people, is more opportunity for us. With regard to gold and silver, okay, look, man, I know how disappointed some of you are here from me every freaking day. You know the game. The game is risk on. The game is dollar devaluation and artificially suppressed rates to push the stock market higher. That's it, to enrich the 1 and 2%ers, to create more cash out of thin air, as central banks are doing right now, to become the lenders and buyers of last resort. This is the ultimate hedge, right here, right here. Let me show you this one here. See silver? The ultimate hedge you could ever have, in my view, to take the opposite side of this trade here. And yes, cryptocurrencies are beautiful right now. And we haven't seen anything yet. But right now, look, man, you can look at this from a whole bunch of perspectives. But the right way to look at this is get on the right side. Stay on the right side. As this guy's been telling you since time in freaking memorial. Feels like 1,000 years. Look for every opportunity to buy the stock market, as you are going to see massive currency devaluation on the back of artificially suppressed rates. Where do you think the stock market's going? Lower? You really think so? It ain't going lower yet, man. It's going to, but not just yet, not even close. Cryptocurrencies, you haven't seen anything yet. XRP skyrocketing. Imagine our shock. Imagine our shock. People, when I bought XRP, I came out here, I told you the day I did it, it's up 400%. If you guys and girls would have bought it then. I mean, just it's ridiculous. So, you can't make it up. But this is what exactly Moonfish. All my XRP lions out here. Come on, man. Get with the freaking program and win. Or listen to some other imbecile out here who's telling you the market's going to crash every day. Stay away from cryptocurrencies here. I mean, come on, man. We have people with legions of followers who have been led to the slaughter by the very person that they trust. These people are nuts, man. They're absolutely freaking nuts. And they can't see what's going on, the mechanism, the fact that we now have the most stock market friendly administration the world has ever seen. That's why. Another reason why you, my lovely friends that are in the stock market with me, are going to see highs in this market you can't believe. What's going to happen here? Now that we have the Trumpster and his motley crew that is going to do nothing but make sure the rich get richer on the back of the stock market, you're going to see foreign investment pour into this stock market more so than you can imagine. What does that mean for you? You better start. People, look, man, you guys and girls do what you want. But I can tell you what this guy is going to do. As long as this mechanism goes on, people, look, this is free. Okay, link in the description of the video. As long as this goes on, we buy every single dip that comes along here. You think today was the last record high for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ that we just got? You think today is it? It's the top? No, we are so far from it. Again, I understand better than anybody that this is insanity. It's insanity to the next level. But what would you expect to see in this kind of an environment? Normalcy? Really? You can't make it up. It's unbelievable. Look, I'm giddy. Obviously, you can see on the opportunity that you and I have right now. Again, absolutely load up on commodities. You need this stuff in your portfolio like you can't believe. I also have been telling you for how long? For how long have I been saying it wouldn't hurt you to have a little bit of cash in the crypto market, just a little bit? Oh, Greg, you don't know what you're talking about. It's going to zero. I'm still waiting. Ain't going to zero, man. Start waking up. Anyone that's telling you that is a liar. They've misled you just like everything else. Do you realize that we've never seen this before? Such an environment of deception, of distraction, of look here, don't look over there in the history of the world. Do you realize this? Puppet president serving. What master is Trump serving when he's trying to get the world to use the exact thing that you don't want, which is the US dollar here, and making the Fed? Trump serves the Fed. Like I've been telling you, I said, whoever they select is going to be the traitor. We're going to find out which one is selected. This wasn't an election. I said, if Harris was selected, she'd be proven the biggest traitor. Trump, biggest traitor. Obviously, Trump is the traitor. He's the one that's been chosen here and is supporting the Federal Reserve, threatening the world that if you don't stay in central bank in Federal Reserve issued notes, well, I'm going to tariff you. Make it up, man. Make it up, man. You can't do it. It's impossible. Anyway. Oh, man, I tell you, it's too much. It's absolutely too much. But beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing to see. All this does is make our life easier, people. I understand. Look, I really do believe that we're all responsible with each other. I believe what happens in one part of the world affects all of us. That's a fact. You all know that. I answer to one entity on this earth and one entity only. That is the Father, God Almighty himself. That's it. You guys too. I really want to bring you guys. Thank you, Abe. I appreciate that. I want to bring you guys actionable information. All right. I want you guys to see clearly what's going on. Snap out of the delusional state that some of you are still in. You understand? But the environment we are in is just too easy here. Most people are going to get wiped out. I understand that. And I hate that. I am working my hardest with the help of all of you to enlighten as many people as we possibly can as to what is actually happening here. Not for how long, Yvonne B, thank you. How long have I told all of you, I will never let you down? Never. That really is I have a profound responsibility. Amanda, Trump derangement syndrome on parade. Amanda, since you seem to have all the answers here, Amanda, why don't you tell me where I got it wrong? We're all waiting to hear your illustrious answer here. Think that Trump supports you? Meanwhile, he's telling he wants the world to stay in Federal Reserve notes, threatening the world. Really? I love this here, Trump derangement syndrome. I'm going to wear that as a badge of honor because it's actually you, Amanda, who has Trump derangement syndrome. You've been warped. The man has warped people's brains beyond belief, and they can't see through the charade that has been put before them. They don't understand what's going to happen to them, but you and I do. These people like Amanda, let them float off into their little world, wherever they may be. We can't help these people. We can't do it. And that's okay. We can't help everybody. Give up on these people. They're not even people. Understand? If they're so easily duped and manipulated, how are they even freaking human? I mean, honestly. So let them stay in their little world while you and I continue to rip this thing apart by having a clear understanding of what's happening, not just here, but around the freaking world. Thank you, Rally SCH. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. It's too much, man. And I love this. I love this. People can say I have TDS, upside down, backwards, and sideways, and I freaking love it because it don't matter. Does it really, really matter? We're doing what we have to do, man. And we're going to continue doing it. And unfortunately, look, I'm laughing and I'm making a joke about a lot of things here. The fact of the matter is you and I must prepare. You and I have to be ready for what's coming here. And I mean this when I was writing this stuff down. A stock market that is not going to stop until it does. On the back of, again, this central bank plan collectively, not just the Fed, to artificially suppress rates, to devalue the currency. The fact of the matter is we are being bridged into the new system. That's why Trump was chosen to be the guy to introduce cryptocurrency into the mainstream. And we've seen an epic run in cryptocurrencies on the back of that. Okay, we all knew that. You knew this was coming, all right? I've been telling all of you to buy cryptocurrency since I don't know how freaking long. Okay, whatever. Looks like we nailed that one to the wall. That's and the other reason, again, the Trump here being an advocate of negative rates, that's what this market smells. The market is smelling it. Geo Rider, thank you, buddy. The market is smelling, obviously, currency devaluation on the back of artificially suppressed rates. And as we move forward in time and the world economy continues to contract, more easy money is going to be pumped into it. That's going to vault stocks higher. Again, let me just say this for Amanda. Where's our friend Amanda? Amanda, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. We love Amanda. Amanda, come back, man. I was just goofing with you. I didn't mean to make you feel bad or anything. All right? I'm just goofing. I'm goofing. All right. I'm a goofy guy. To have a strong economy, the number one, in finance and economics, you know what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say it again. There are only two fundamental truths. To have a strong economy, you need a strong currency. We're not getting that. We're getting the purchasing power of the currency around the world, not just the Federal Reserve notes that we're forced to use, but central banks are in a race to the bottom here. They're killing the purchasing power of the currency by design. So right now that's been stripped away. We also need a corresponding rate of interest high enough to support the purchasing power of the currency. We're getting artificially suppressed rates. Okay. Again, why do you think there was not a single question about any of this during the presidential clown show debate? We got a clown presidential select, which is, there's no difference here. You think the current creature mummy man himself? Look, man, if you've been with me for any length of time, I wiped the floor with Obama. I wiped the floor with Trump last time. I wiped the floor with Biden this time. I will continue to wipe the floor with everything they put behind the Resolute desk here. But if you understand just some basic principles here, We're being wiped out. This is a wrecking ball for the economy of the United States and the rest of the world as we are brought to our knees. That's where they want us. We're not getting on our knees because we're freaking lions. And don't get in our freaking way. And I hope Amanda kind of turns around and sees this the way it should be. It looks like we scared her away. Poor Amanda. Amanda, come on in, man. We want you here. Anyway, guys, come on, man. You all know this. You'll know what's going on. But I'm going to tell you again, I want you to be prepared for, extreme currency devaluation. As the dollar is shunned, as the world de-dollarizes faster on the back of weakness, which Trump has just revealed to the world. Again, you don't imagine anyone threatening you, okay, or a nation or whatever it might be. You realize when you're threatened like that, people that are in a strong position don't have to threat. Do you understand? It's too simple. So when you get like this, a threat to the world by our illustrious soon-to-be presidential select, whatever he is here, the world is laughing. Because world leaders are a lot smarter than the thing we're getting in here. And that's really the truth, unfortunately. I wish it would be different. Hey, let me tell you something. You know what? I'm not even going to go there. But anyway, look, guys and girls. We got this, but what we need to do, honestly, is be ready for much higher prices. Be ready for resource scarcity, disruptions with supply chains. This is going to be set up here. Again, the world is not going to take this lightly, these tariff threats. I am certain that some are going to be implemented. We already heard from, again, China is going to retaliate. Canada is going to retaliate. Mexico, they're laughing. Russia, laughing. What else would you expect? We are the laughing stock of the world with a clown, literally a clown. He should put on a red thing on his face and just goof around. It's unbelievable. But what do you expect in this thing? Anyway, semiconductors. Yes, man, absolutely. Lions on the hunt. God, I love that. Charles, you're awesome, man. We are lions on the hunt, and we want more people here. But we want the right people here. I don't want some brain dead people who are stuck in some kind of a delusional world. We are stronger together. And I purge this channel all the time. I may be the only guy on YouTube who encourages people to unsubscribe. I don't want anyone here who doesn't get it. You understand? Just get out. If you want to be part of this pride, we welcome you with open arms. But be ready for the truth. And the truth hurts sometimes when it hits you. I get that. But sometimes you need a little wake-up call here. And that's just the way it's going to be. Exactly. Lions here only. We look out for each other. That's what we got here. This is, in my view, our strength. This is a beautiful thing that we are all a part of. I think it's a privilege to be a part of this thing. And me being the daddy lion, I can't tell you the profound this is so huge to me that you guys and girls actually trust that I'm going to give you guys actual information, the stuff that you can actually utilize to benefit yourselves, your families, the people in our community. That's what it's really all about. Answers, Chuck. Answers to what, brother? I missed your question. I don't know. The answers to this entire thing, or we need the polar opposite, if that's what you're asking me, of what we have here. The people of the world are locked in, unfortunately, to a debt-based system. We need to return to a constitutional money system. That's number one. Gio, right? Thank you. We know that's not going to happen. We understand, again, especially here in the United States, we are being thrust into a new system, bridged into a new system. I think that's Trump's job right now, is to build the bridge into the new system. To allow the Fed to get stronger here, threaten the world. If you don't use the dollar anymore, well, anyone that stands in defense of the dollar is defending the Federal Reserve. Does that make sense to you? We have a man, thing, creature that is, again, I will attack him to a very high degree. So if you can't handle it, plug your ears right now. We have a creature that has aligned himself with the Fed, wants the world, threaten the world that if you don't use Federal Reserve notes, I'm going to hit you with tariffs. So when the alignment was here before, I told all of you, we knew this from the last tenure. how, again, how this worked out. And he did all he could to prop up that freaking stock market. And that's, again, pushes wealth. Where's that wealth come from? Do you see how bad things are right now? How the middle class is being made extinct? That wealth has now been thrust. The last 3 presidents are responsible for that. And the one that's going to be coming up too, right up to the 1% and 2%ers here. That's all that's going to happen here to a much greater degree moving forward. I think we're pretty much on the same page, at least I hope so. If not, I don't know what to tell you. I really think, oh, that's funny. Freaky Loretta. That's a great name. The middle class existence was transitory. You're absolutely right. And you see, pay attention to this because this may seem like a joke, but Freaky Loretta over here is 100% right. We are going back to neo-feudalism. That's what they want here. The middle class is being eradicated. And that's why you're seeing this end game, this phase where wealth is being shoved up to the 1% and 2% faster. You understand? It should make sense to you that you're seeing the things you're seeing for a reason. We're not being empowered. How is any of this empowering the middle class? How is the world now that is under the threat that if they don't use dollars, they're going to be hit with tariffs here? How does that help the middle class people of the world, or even the middle class here? It doesn't help us at all. We could count on further currency devaluation moving forward on the back of artificially suppressed rates. Does that sound about right? Does it sound about right? How many XRP needed? Just do the math, bro. Just do the math. Oh, you mean moving forward? Dude, look, man, you guys and girls just do what you want with this stuff. I can't tell you what to do, and I can't hold your hand, unfortunately. I can suggest things, and I've been suggesting XRP. I've been suggesting Bitcoin. I've been suggesting cryptocurrencies across the board. I've been telling people to get long the stock market. I buy gold and silver as a hedge against this hyper bubble in debt, which is going to get much, much worse. That's what you need to do. I urge every single one of you to always think about, every one of us has a different situation here, quite obviously. And I mean, no one should be playing with cash that they can't afford to lose. And again, I get that, but it's too easy right now. I'm not saying people should go out and sell their car and invest all their cash in Bitcoin or whatever it might be. That would be pretty stupid. How are you going to get to work and get around? But you need to start allocating funds here into asset classes that have an extremely high probability of going up here. Again, as the currency is devalued. A lot of what you're seeing is currency devaluation. You understand? And unfortunately, this is leading us in a very leading us to a very, very bad place. And we all know that. This is nothing new to a single person that follows this blog. I think we're on the same page, right? Right, Joe? Thank you for being here, bro. This Joe Potter, I love this guy. He's been with me for a long time as well. So many of you have been with me for so freaking long. Anyway, what can I tell you guys and girls? Are we on the same page? I'm going to have to say we are. We see through the garbage, the nonsense that you see. Look, man, things, non-human entities, and you think you know what I'm talking about. They always reveal themselves to us. They try to hide. They try to hide their true selves from us. I mean, this is biblical. Am I correct here? Okay. Eventually, they will reveal themselves to you. And I think we're seeing a lot of that right now, unfortunately. So take action. Don't sit back and say, okay, I wish this or that were different. You couldn't stop it anyway. You had no say-so in the selection. Zero. Dr. Rizwan, thank you. Neo-feudalism. Yeah, that's what we're getting here, man. Unfortunately, it's too easy to see what they're doing. But look, man, just look for the signs. Look for them to reveal themselves to you. You're going to see them straight up. People know the truth when they hear it. Anyway, look, guys and girls, I'm preaching to the choir here. Before I let you guys go, anything you want to cover? Inflation is a measure. Yes, it is. Exactly. And people don't get that. Lava is awesome. I love this girl. Lava, please, everyone, subscribe to Lava. You want to know what's going on? Don't listen to me. Listen to Lava. I'm telling you, she's awesome. But when you hear these talks about inflation, what they're really talking about is exactly what she said. It's currency devaluation. And It's not going to stop. It's going to be made much harder for you and I and the middle class people of this entire world to survive moving forward here. As the 1 and 2 percenters laugh, they're laughing. We're laughing back because we're taking action. This is a channel for people of action, not people that want to have sunshine blown straight up their cracks, okay? Or people who want to be lied to and deceived. People are very comfortable there. You do understand that, right? From the moment you took your first breath, you were lied to. You were told about all kinds of things that were not true. So what happens is you become conditioned to being lied to. And when you hear the truth, people like Amanda, who looks like she checked out, they check out. Exactly. They can't handle it. They cannot handle the truth because it hits them too hard. But people like Amanda, okay, you have no idea how many people like Amanda have come back after being away for a little bit and say, you know what? I see it now. I understand what's going on. And that's really, it's not about us here being any smarter than anybody else. First of all, I do believe that we have a God-given intellect. Use it. Listen to that inner voice in yourself, okay? The I and I, okay? The kingdom of God within you, without me going off on some kind of theological tangent here. Listen to that inner voice and you will invariably be better off. Jeffrey, thank you. Dues. Dude, you pay a lot of dues. You don't have to do this, man. You one of my greatest supporters. And I appreciate that. I really, really do. Anyway, guys and girls, anything else you want? What do you guys want to talk about? Exactly, use it or lose it, but it's always there. Look, they try to condition us into believing that we shouldn't believe that there is an overlying force, a unifying force of this world, because that would, again, bring us all together. Can't be allowed to happen. We must be divided by every mechanism they can come up with. That's how they have controlled the masses since time immemorial. We're not letting that happen here. Again, this is a family as far as I'm concerned. The people here want to be here. And everybody here is someone you should be connecting with, honestly. Cutting through the matrix, absolutely. My opinion on XRP. Kevin H., I love XRP. I've been talking about it forever, bro. I think it's going much, much higher. Great, we should continue to migrate to Dr. Rizwan. Look, man, I don't think there's going to be any escaping where we're going here. Unfortunately, and I said this, there's going to be a lot more human suffering no matter where you are in the world before things change. I don't care if you're in a BRICS nation or if you're staying here in the United States or wherever you may patriate or repatriate to. Unfortunately, the world is being meant to suffer. The world today, people of this world, except for the 1 and 2 percenters, I mean, they're laughing. I want you to think about that too. Under the last three things, and soon to be a repeat performance behind the res low desk, we've seen more millionaires and billionaires created than any other time in history, going back to George freaking Washington. It's unbelievable, but that's the truth. It's unfortunate. But you have to think, that wealth was taken from someone. It was taken from you, more than likely, and shoved right up to those 1 and 2 percenters. So I'm going to tell you again here, anybody out here, and I'm calling them all out because they've all been wrong. Every single one of them that's told you that I was wrong, to stay out of cryptocurrency, to stay away from the stock market here. They've been wrong 100% of the time. I'm not right all the time, but I'm not wrong 100% of the time. These are the people you need to turn off. I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. And they should be held to account, honestly. I'm not always right. I've made some big, monumentally huge, freaking incredible mistakes. Not just with market calls, but for the most part, we've nailed it to the wall. And as a human being, I already told you this. I've made more mistakes than 10 men put together, but I learned from those things, and every day, every breath you take is another opportunity to turn it all around. Don't sit there and wallow in shoulda, coulda, woulda, ever. And no matter what you do, because every day, every minute of every day is the next nanosecond. Turn it all around, man. Utilize these things. Every minute that you're alive, every minute that you're breathing and you can think and function is another reason, is another moment, an opportunity to not just make your life better, but improve everybody's life. You know what I'm saying? We're in this together, man. We got to come together. It's up to us to unify. It's the truth. I don't know what to say. Energy stocks. I think energy is going much higher. Moving forward as well, I'd be looking to get in here as well. There's a lot of ways to do this. Exchange traded funds, individual companies that pay dividends is something that I would be looking for here. It's too easy, man. It's too freaking easy. People. Alan Greenspan, my buddy. This is another one. This guy has been with me forever. Thank you for being here, buddy. Beginner's video starting with crypto couldn't be possibly easier. Honestly, just buy it. I don't know what to tell. Look, man, I don't just do your own research on this stuff here. There are many places that you can buy this stuff from. It couldn't be easier. Even PayPal right now allows you to buy cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin. I mean, it's very easy. And watch what's going to happen here. We should thank Trump in some ways. The fact that this bridge is being created and the merging of this unholy alliance, I call it an unholy alliance between the banks and crypto here. The bank, again, this has to be done to mainstream crypto. It's going to be easier and easier and easier for people to use crypto, to buy crypto. Watch. It's all being set up. The groundwork is all here. That's why we're the crypto capital of the world, not the constitutional money capital. Because then what you would have been seeing here is gold and silver skyrocketing, not under pressure. Expect this to continue as we are pushed into the new system here. But again, this is our hedge. This is our hedge against what's happening to us, people. I don't know what else to say about that. You need some of this in your, I know people, personal friends of mine, who watch these videos who still have yet to buy a single ounce of gold or a single ounce of silver. I don't understand it. I really don't. But there are some people that are like that. And there's a lot of people that don't like gold and silver. There's a lot of, you read through the comments, right? Read through the comments here. There's a lot of people who are anti-gold, anti-silver, they're anti-everything. So I guess why would they be for, you got to understand what this is all about, people. We got to attack this situation from multiple fronts. Again, that's what I do. I'm an open book. Every single one of you out here knows what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, what positions I'm in. I'm an open book. I couldn't be an easier guy to understand. And I'm not saying you guys should mimic what I do, but I still think you guys and girls should be diversified. I think you should have investments if you're able to in many, many things. If you're able to, if you can't, that's it. If I had to pick one asset on this earth, believe it wouldn't even be cryptocurrency. It would be this: silver, physical silver. And right now, again, understanding where we're going, the higher the market goes on the back of currency devaluation and everything else, again, a wrecking ball through the economy, the more undervalued these come, even if they go higher in value, gold and silver here, based upon exploding debt that we're going to see moving forward, deficits, all this stuff. It's not stopping here. That's where you need to be. That's where you need to be. Guys and girls, I think we're going to end this here. It's kind of a long video. Thank you for being here. Guys and girls, I want to just thank all of you again for supporting this channel, for supporting my work here. You're amazing. I love you guys and girls, and it just gets me more enthusiastic about what I've promised you is always keep you on the right side of this, and that I will never, never, never let you down. And if you can't handle the truth, I'm not sorry. Okay. I know you guys and girls can. And I love that. Let's just look, man, let's just weed out. We got to weed out, man. And we got to get more people here that are like-minded, because that's who I want. It's my job to do that, to make us stronger here as a family. But get this stuff out there. Share it. Those thumbs up are extremely valuable. You all know that. Talk about this stuff. Lava, you too. Lava's here for you. Trust me on this one here. She's a good person with a good heart. That's it, guys. All right, look, gonna let you all go. We'll see each other in the morning And until we meet again, what am I going to say? Please, people, take care of yourselves. Start to think about these things. And of course, take care of each other. We got this. Let them play their games. We can't lose, in my view, all right? Because we're going to play our games, and I think we're way better at it. I'll see you in the morning, okay?